Greetings and Merry Christmas. I am Tabin of A Mind Transformed, and this is Manna for Your Journey. Have you heard the story of Mary? Yeah, that story where she marries Joseph. They have a lot of kids. She's looked upon well in society. She's invited to a lot of parties, a lot of social outings. She has great social standings where she gets to be the Proverbs 31 virtuous woman because she runs her household well. She takes care of her kids well. She handles the affairs of her husband well. And everybody in society likes her. You haven't heard that story? Yeah, me either. Because that's what Mary would have had until the favor of God showed up and interrupted her entire life, derailed all of her plans. Have we ever thought about the cost of favor and the inconvenience of favor in our life? Mary is betrothed to Joseph. She's about to live the Jewish woman's dream. A Jewish woman wanted to get married. She wanted to give her husband a lot of children because she's looked upon favorably and blessed because she's able to have children and bear children for him. She was going to be able to run her household well. She was going to be looked upon well and favorably in society, but the favor of God shows up and derails her life. The angel Gabriel comes to her and says in Luke 1:26, it's where the story of Mary starts. And it said, Gabriel says, "Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you, and your name is blessed among women." And then he proceeds to tell her why he has complimented her so. The Lord is with her, and she is highly favored. So God gave her an assignment that was going to cause her to be diametrically opposed to society. The favor of God's life was going to be diametrically opposed to the favor of men. You can have one, but not the other. Whereas once Mary would have had the life that was set up and she would have been accepted by people, now because she's highly favored and the Lord is with her, she's rejected by people, places, things. Where's Mary's family? She had to have one. We never read about them in the Bible. Could it be because of the interruption of favor in her life, and that she's highly favored and the Lord is with her? Her family rejected her. She can't go home for the holidays anymore because they've rejected her. Now, whether she may have had a circle, she just has a straight line. It's just her and God. And Joseph almost wasn't going to be in that picture because once he finds out, he's going to put her away quietly because the stigma of being a woman and being pregnant without a husband in those days was far worse than anything you can imagine. What is the worst thing you can imagine? Multiply that by 1,000 and you start to scratch the surface of what Mary had to endure. But Mary had to endure all of this because she was highly favored and the Lord was with her. The cost of favor and the inconvenience of favor are two things often we never talk about. But those are real things. The Bible tells us to count up the cost. And oftentimes we want the favor of God, but we don't want to pay the cost of it. What plans did you have that God may have derailed? Maybe you'll never get that promotion in that area that you want because you're highly favored and the Lord is with you. Maybe you'll never fit into that circle because you're highly favored and the Lord is with you. I know we all want to be like the theme song, Cheers. We want to go to a place where everybody knows our name and they're always glad we came. But what if the favor of God on your life would not allow that? Oftentimes, the cost of the favor of God and the inconvenience of God will cause us to have to take our plans, tear them up, throw them out, and exchange them for God's plan. The cost and the inconvenience of favor. But if we accept the cost and the inconvenience of favor, we'll have a relationship with God that will never end. And as long as we have God, we'll always have enough. All things work together for the good. God is better than man. The favor of God is far better than the favor of man, because the favor of men can run out. But the favor of God never will, because God said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. We talk about Mary now, who may have been outcasted then. She's accepted in heaven now. And the way we talk about Mary's name now is a lot different than they would have mentioned it then. The cost and the interruption of favor. It is well worth it. but there is a cost. Well, Merry Christmas. Thank you for allowing me to share a few minutes in your day. And again, I'm Tabin of A Mind Transformed, and this has been Manna for Your Journey. Be blessed.